What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. It was early in the morning right now. I'm recording this at actually 5:47 a.m. before my live stream. Um, and I was just thinking about Terra Luna Classic as I was looking over different proposals, people reaching out to me, saying, "Hey, can you look over this and see if this is a good plan?" And just in contact with the entire community, honestly, and seeing all sides. There is a huge problem with Terra Luna Classic that I think we've addressed kind of in the past, but I think we need to get a full understanding on, and we all need to find a way to get on that same page. So we're definitely going to talk about Terra Luna Classic in this video. We will break it all down. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about some of the other links that are in the description for my Patreon and for referral links if you guys are interested in any of that. I do have a stock related channel that's called NFA Investing. I might end up changing it to just NFA, which stands for Not Financial Advice. So if you want to go and follow over there, I'm talking a lot about AMC and breaking down some heavily shorted positions as well as Meta and Tesla and just a lot of stuff. So if you guys are interested, that link is also down in the description. But like I said, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic because if you didn't know, I was and still am a big fan of Terra Luna Classic. I was one of the early supporters in it after the crash, not before the crash. I know there were a lot of people that supported it and believed in what it was, before the crash. I did not see the investment potential, right? I understood that it was at a $40 billion market cap and seeing the growth potential. There were so many other options that were out there and had the growth potential. But then once Terra Luna Classic came down to less than a penny, it made sense, right? As it started dropping down, I was like, this is making sense because if it does have a recovery, look how big this recovery could be. And that's where everybody else's mindset was. It was about the recovery, going from a 6 or 7 trillion coin supply all the way back to a 1 billion supply, hopefully, or 10 billion supply, or something a lot lower. That was the mission, was to recover the chain, recover what once was, as well as USTC, and seeing that recover. But that mission has changed over time. And I think that's where the biggest issue lies, is that the mission has changed, and not saying like, oh, it's just changed once or twice. It's changed a lot of times, and also right now, I think it's not really any direction. We're standing in the middle of the road, but it's not only like a four-way street here. We're looking at like six different paths that we can take, and we have no idea which one takes us to the promised land, takes us to the place where we want to be. So, anyways, Terra Luna Classic is currently sitting at about 2% down, and seeing it at 4079 instead of being at 30s, and the high point was like 5 or 6 or something like that. Basically, like almost a $4 billion market cap. So we saw that thriving in the beginning. Things were pumping to a whole new level, and then came the changes, right? Where we had the thought process where we were supposed to burn down the supply. So 1.2% burn was where it was at, and once we saw that 1.2% burn, we were not going to change it. Well, it was crazy how fast that actually changed. It was about 3 weeks to where we had the 1.2% and we saw a lot of volume. But then as the whole conversation with Binance and, KuCoin and all these other places that, we talked to them about Terra Luna Classic and where it was going to, or what the tax was going to be there, if they were going to have an off-chain tax as well, and that wasn't really confirmed. People were like, yeah, you know what, let's change it to a 0.2% tax. And it was just a nightmare from there. As we saw one change, it was like, all right, this is not working, let's change. This is not working, let's change. And there's so many different things that we're focusing on here. And not necessarily saying, hey, we shouldn't have focused on utility at all. I think that even though we were focusing on utility, there was still part of the community that was focusing on the burns, and then a part of the community that was focusing on just the stable coin. So there were so many different people in connection in different areas. And that was the major issue. And honestly, it still is the major issue. We can see that if we look over the last year, we saw this all the way up to this high level, right? And it has done nothing but decrease. Now, granted, the markets have been kind of falling pretty heavily, and you've seen Shiba Inu drop down, you've seen ADA drop down, you've seen a lot of things have dropped down. But I can definitely say that not all of this is just from the drop, from people getting out of the position more so than buying the position. It's it's a lot of people that are just giving up on maybe the project and giving up on the mission because it's too confusing. So that's really what I wanted to talk about, was where we're going and why Terra Luna Classic has this huge problem and kind of what this huge problem is. So if you haven't noticed by now, there are so many different proposals that have been out there, proposals that have passed, proposals that haven't passed, and some scamming that's going on in the station wallet, where they're looking to do airdrops to everybody, when in reality they're trying to take your coins, or take everything in your wallet, honestly. Get you to sign up for something completely different, like, oh, you have to sign in, and then they'll take all your money out of your Terra Station wallet. And this may be something, Terra Luna Classic may be something that absolutely blows up to a whole nother level. But the point is that we don't know which route to take. There's the route of utility, route where we're focusing on the DEX side and having everything build so we have more volume on that side. But we forget about how much the volume actually is. Like, if we go back into the chart, or go back into CoinMarketCap, if you go into volume and just hover over this, you're going to see that $21.2 million is going through CEXs and $48,000 is going through DEXs. And you might say, hey, that's the reason why we need to increase DEX volume. But that's not where the money is. So there's no incentive, there's no reason for them to go over there. It's not for the purpose of buying anything. It's for the ease of use, right? The ease of trading and buying it back and forth and having liquidity, all of that stuff. You can do that on exchanges. You can't really do that on a DEX. So they have the focus on more of the DEX side. You have the focus on burns. You have the focus on USTC and the focus of the overall system. With repegging and establishing the algorithm and all of that stuff. So there's so many different paths, and I think that's the main issue, is that we need to focus just on one. And I think right now there's some proposals that are focusing on more of the UST side, focusing on the repeg side. And I think that's where majority of the focus is. If you can say, if you're splitting it up into 4 groups or 5 groups or whatever, I would say that the repeg and USTC probably has somewhere around 30 to 40%, maybe even 50% of the focus of a lot of the community, while you still have a lot of people that are focused on burns, including me. I'm really focused on burns because the idea of the project or the recovery was to burn down the supply. So I think we just need to get our ducks in a row. I think we need to all come together and agree on which path we're going to take. And once we figure that completely out, on where we're going and, who we want to lead us as well, then we will have success within Terra Luna Classic. Then we will have the chance to get to that level of $1, repeg UST to $1, and see Terra Luna Classic to $1 plus. But guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next video.